Well, I guess I gotta do what I do best. You know, try to entertain some people while they ain't even on live yet. So I guess, like I always say, this is gonna be for the people that just now tuning in kind of late to see what's going on and everything. Me, I'm just trying to get used to going live. That's all I want to do. Just get used to going live and just sitting down and interacting with you all as a people and stuff. So just go back and forth. If you have anything that you want to learn from Grind Media or talk about with Grind Media, I'm here to be able to kind of answer some few questions and stuff. For the people that's out there, as y'all can see, if y'all look around, I ain't in that Atlanta no more. You know, I ain't in that Atlanta setting. So I'm somewhere down here in Florida, finna get ready to go on one of these cruises and everything, man. I got some work booked. I got some work booked, so I'm gonna go down to Bahamas and do some work with down in that area and everything. Shoot a little documentary and everything, and just continue to work, man. I count my blessings, you know. A real blessed life, a real humble life. I'm just enjoying life, man. Right now my mind is kind of throwed off because I'm sitting here thinking about what happened today with the Kurt guy and everything, and how crazy that whole situation was, man. That's just like me sitting right here just talking, then all of a sudden somebody just shoot me in my neck. That's right there is kind of tough. That's real tough. And even if you don't kind of believe what people be saying or what they be talking about, man, violence is never the answer. That's never the way, man. Especially over people's opinions, man. Let people have their opinions and keep it moving, man. You, you know, um, we just living in a wicked world, man. Um, and I don't want to get on the line and start preaching because I really want to talk about music, but music ain't on my mind right about now. Maybe if I had somebody that want to sit down and talk about music and what we got going on in the music, we can talk about that. But right now, I just want to talk about life, man, and understanding life and making sure that we enjoying life and stuff, and keep negativity away from you, man. Some of these folks down here with so much negative spirits, negative attitude, and they just don't really have too much to live for. So we got to keep them type of people away from us, man. The people that ain't got too much to live for, most definitely got to recognize them and keep them away from us, and you know, then we'll have a better chance at being able to do something in life if you can kind of keep the liabilities away from you and stuff. And let me say it like that, liabilities, because a lot of them are liabilities. When we start talking about majority of our people, when I say liabilities, I mean it's like you got to think for them. You know, you can't just think for yourself, man. You got to think for them, and then you got to be careful of how they think it and the type of information that they're gonna share with you. So, we more definitely have to be careful with that. So y'all tell me what y'all think about the music game, man. Whoever sitting out there watching, y'all let me know what y'all think about the music game, man. Is it over with? Is all this stuff that's going on with Young Thug, the depth of Atlanta music? I want to hear from you all. I got my own opinion of how I feel about the music game, so I want to really hear what it is that y'all got to say about the music game and how y'all feel about it. I wish I had some music so I could play for y'all, so y'all can check out some of the music and everything. Ain't really too much. I ain't really too much of a talker, so right now I'm just kind of rambling. Like I said, I just want to get used to going live, man, and get used to talking to some of the people and just interacting with y'all, man. Y'all been very supportive of me. I done had the YouTube page since 2009, maybe. So I go back on YouTube back when they wasn't paying us fairly and stuff. They was just happy to have some people that was willing to come on their site and provide great content and stuff. And I was one of the original pioneers. My footage was going viral back in 2011. Before the word viral was cool, my footage was going viral. You know, And then think about my footage, you know, when I first really jumped into the game, it was real raw. It was just the real Atlanta. You know, I didn't have no conscience about what I showed or how I showed it. You know, all I looked at it like it was some more content that I could pretty much put on my DVDs and sell. You know, I come from that era. You know, where we packaged that stuff up and we got out there in the streets and we sold it and stuff. And I did pretty well too, man. A lot of my hood DVDs, you know, I could sell anywhere from five to 6 or 7,000 copies in a short amount of time too. You know, yeah, out the trunk bunking. You know, that was most definitely a sight to see. I mean, if you would have really seen it, like if you really seen like how long my lives would be sometimes at the back of my truck, and if you seen how sometimes you could just pull up and some of the hottest people be out there shopping with me, it was most definitely a sight to see. Most definitely a sight to see. But I'm gonna say that for another story because there ain't nobody online interacting with me. I don't know if they're talking. I don't see no chat messages going on right about now. So I might need to do what everybody else do, wipe my eyes out real fast to see if somebody looking. You know how they wipe the eyes just to be see if somebody leaving a comment. They do like that. You don't see no comments, so you wipe your eyes again. Maybe I need to try to do that right now. Or maybe I need to do something crazy, man. Go dive in the pool or some shit. Do some old viral type stuff, you know, just to get some attention and get some people tuned in and everything. I just don't know. I know I ain't finna do no silly shit though. I know that. I know I ain't finna jump in no water for no views. I know that. I cut this live off if I go do some crazy shit just for some views. I'm just being 1,000 and everything. But yeah, man, I support the brand. Two guys in a camera. Two guys in a camera. Um, that's our baby right there. Two guys in the camera. You know, the concept behind two guys in the camera is people from all over looking for two guys with a camera that can make them famous, but they don't know who them two guys is. So they come to Atlanta looking for them two guys, and while they there in Atlanta, they get into all type of Atlanta stuff. Now here's the key: when you sitting down looking at the footage, is the footage real or is it fake? That's the key to right. That's the key to two guys in the camera. You know, is the footage real or is it fake? Um, and then we got to understand it's only one Atlanta. It's only one. It's only I ain't say it's only one hood, but it's only one Atlanta. And when we start talking about the different communities, every community is only one of that community that's out there. So when we start talking about Bankhead, then you know we only talking about Bankhead. When we talking about um, Zone 3, we talking about Zone 3 and stuff. And when we start talking about them limited amount of communities, shit, not everybody can go in them things like how I'm going up inside of them. You know, I'm going up in there and getting the raw stories. You know, connecting with the people who really control the communities and everything. And I count that as a blessing because at the end of the day, um, nobody has to let you in their space. So that's why I consider that's a blessing. For me to be able to move around in the city of Atlanta and be able to do what I've been doing for over 20-some years, that's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. You know, you gotta be. I tell people all the time, man, you gotta be a good character person for some of these people to book you at their family event. I'm gonna say it like that. At their family event, you get a chance to meet the mama, you get a chance to meet the dad, you get a chance to meet the grandma, granddad, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, auntie. You get to meet all of them, and what you find out is, like most family, not all of them get along. Not all of them get along. So here I am, a complete stranger, but I'm allowed more access to move around in those people's personal space than some of their family members. So I count that as a blessing, man. I count that as a blessing, and I most definitely enjoy meeting so many people, man. Uh, if y'all don't know how many people I meet, then y'all won't be able to understand when I say I'm one of the biggest in the city. You know, when I say I'm one of the biggest in the city, I mean like literally like meeting people hands on. Like ain't too many people touching it. You know, When I go out and I work them nightlife, I meet hundreds of people. I mean, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. If anybody knows me, I'm gonna walk around that whole club and I'm been and talk to any and everybody that's up in that thing. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk to them and I'm gonna try to sell them something. I'm gonna try to make me some money. I done made some money off a lot of people, man. A lot of people, man. Them tens and twenties add up. Let me say it like that. Them tens and them twenties add up. If you ain't old school, you won't understand the breakdown and the pleasure of having a bunk and trap to where you can get tens and twenties like that. Uh, 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 back to back. It coming back to back. You know, you count that as a blessing when you bunking like that. And that's what I did, man. I done sold a lot of content, a lot of man. I don't want to say I done sold a lot of dreams because it wasn't dreams, but I'm gonna say it like this: a lot of people who have dreams, their dreams rely on me being able to help some form, shape, or fashion. And it's sad. I ain't gonna say it's sad, but you know it can make a person feel some type of way because here it is, a person is banking their retirement upon you being able to help them or you being able to do something for them. You know that kind of can kind of play on you because you're looking at it like, man, shit, I gotta get myself situated first. You know, I gotta make sure I'm up through there before I start trying to make sure some of all the other people are up through there. So, most definitely a challenge. Most definitely a challenge. Oh, how could I see? But yeah, man, y'all people that's out there watching, y'all tell me what y'all got going on, man. Talk to me. Help make this live easy for me so I ain't gotta be sitting over here freezing and stuff. I need to get my ass in one of these pools over here. Put it like this: if I can get, if I can get up to 20, if I can get 20 people up on this live, man, I'll jump in that water. Yeah, if I get 20 people on this live, I'll jump in that water. No, I don't want 20 people on my live. I need to get that money up to $100. If I can get up $100 on my YouTube right now while I'm going live, I dive in that water like like a real belly buster, like tear all my chest up, like pow, like that. You know. And then for y'all ladies out there, you know, I might just come up out this shirt, you know, and everything. Give y'all some eye candy to look at for the ladies out there. Yes. Whew. I feel like I've been talking my ear off now, talking my head off now, just ranting, just rambling. Ain't too much to really be talking about. I know it feels good out here. It feels so peaceful out here. I guess that's a good thing about being out of town, man. Because if I was at home, man, I'd be trying to do so much work, man. I'd be ripping and running. So right now, I ain't got my laptop with me. I ain't got my desktop with me. Um, I could be sitting here editing on the phone, but I don't feel like editing none of the footage and stuff. So I'm just taking the time out to reach out to you all and talk to my YouTube world. You know, talk to my YouTube world. I see people keep coming in and out. Here's the thing about my YouTube, man. I got so many followers as far as just people all around the world that I really don't know how to view it, because if I got one view, I don't know if that shit from Japan, China, or somewhere else, you know. Like I said, I done had my YouTube page since 2009. Um, so ain't no telling who watching me, So many people started watching me from Atlanta, then they left Atlanta and went somewhere else, and some was in the army. Some now they over in some crazy place like Turkey or Saudi Arabia. I mean, when I look at my analytics, I realize that I'm being watched from a lot of places that I ain't never been to. So I guess that's a good thing and stuff. I guess I just got to get better with going live and talking with the people and stuff. Yep, just gotta get better with going live and talking to the people. Just looking at signs talking about no diving, y'all. I couldn't do that anyway, man. If y'all donate that money to me, man, I wouldn't be able to dive anyway. I had to be a bad guy and break the law, break the rules and stuff. I don't really do stuff like that. I don't really break the rules and stuff. People that break the rules and stuff, they get told on by the snitches and stuff. You know. Right now, if I break the rules or break the law, there's gonna be somebody watching and they just ready to tell and snitch. So, with that being said, I can't really just break no laws and break the rules. So, but like I said, y'all run that money up. Hell, I might just break some rules and break some laws real fast. You know, God knows it won't be the first time I done broke some rules and broke some laws for some money. And it most definitely won't be the last time. Let me say it like that. It won't be the last time and stuff. But yeah, grind, man. I'm here, and don't think, I keep that camera somewhere. I keep that camera somewhere close to me too, man. You know. Yeah, this my baby right here. Yeah, this my baby right here, y'all. I keep that little thing ready to film and ready to shoot me, son. You know, ready to make another star. Is that you? Is you the next star? I got a star coming in tomorrow, though, man. I'm working with a little movement too down here in Bahamas and stuff. So I'm gonna find out what they really got going on tomorrow as far as that full movement. I can't tell you everything that they got going on, but they're gonna show me. All I know is I'm gonna be making me some money tomorrow to go film some people in Bahamas and stuff. So I count my blessings. That's a real blessing in life and stuff. So get a chance to enjoy a cruise and get a chance to meet some new people and get a chance to meet a new client and I'm gonna try to go live. I'm gonna try to go live so y'all can see what's going on down there in the Bahamas too. So stay tuned with that. The next 3 or 4 days finna be a wild one for me. So I'm gonna try to slow down and make sure I can film. I can go live so y'all can see some of this stuff. Cause everybody and their mama know when you're dealing with me, I can film something and it might not come out for a whole 6 or 7 years. Man, I still got some footage on Gucci when he first came out. I got some Future footage when he first came out. Jesus, I got some Jesus stuff when he was moving around. So all of this stuff got to be going on over 10 something years, 15 years ago, and I never put it out. So, with that being said, the footage that I get in the next 4 days, shit, that might not never get out. Except the stuff that I get paid for. But a lot of clients, sometimes they just pay me to film stuff. They don't pay me to put it out. So, and if I don't never have time to get to it, I don't. It just never get out. It just never get put out. So, you know. So I most definitely got to try my best to make sure, I'm putting out the content in a timely manner. I really do want to get in that damn pool. I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. I'm just kind of upset because I don't want to walk up to my room and get me no swimming, get me some swimming stuff. So, with that being said, I don't know if I'm gonna really mess with the pool or not. It's tempting though. It most definitely tempting. I most definitely want to run up to that room and get my swimming trunks and play around in the water real fast. Yeah. I wish it wasn't no work situation. If it wasn't no work situation, I would have had me some female down here with me so y'all can see them running around and let them be some eye candy for y'all to check out. So I ain't got to be so caught up on trying to entertain you all. Yep, just let them just jump around and bounce around and do all that Baywatch stuff. Have them running in slow motion that they just bounce. You know. It's gonna be a long, long night. I don't think I'm going to sleep no time soon. It's a pretty little sight. Just a pretty little sight. You know, it feel good out here. That wind blowing. Lots of water. Lots of water surrounding me right now. We down here by Orlando, Cape Corner, Cape something. I know I ain't saying it right, but we down here. And I can't say it ain't too hot, it ain't too cold. It feels just right, like for real, for real. Oh shit, I done did about 24 minutes rambling with y'all people. Oh, 24 minutes. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to the YouTube channel too, man. Y'all share this. Share it and tell folks to go watch some of these YouTube videos we got, man. I need to try my best to get to about 100 some subscribers, so I'm a long way from that right about now. So y'all tell some people to subscribe to the YouTube channel, man, and y'all make sure y'all go follow the real THE real two guys in the camera. So y'all make sure y'all follow that on Instagram at the real two guys in the camera. And yeah, yeah, support me, and I support you back. And leave a comment too, man. Leave a comment, tell me what you got going on, man, and tell me what you want me to talk about as far as with my next video, so I can yeah, it's starting to rain right about now. As y'all can see, it's starting to rain. The water, y'all can see the rain hitting the water. Y'all see the rain hitting the water. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be out here talking to you all. Uh, that shows how much I want to stay online and talk with you all. Instead of me just cutting it short and getting up and getting out the rain and getting on the phone and just start doing some editing, I scooped to the side, got up under the umbrella, out the way of the rain just dropping on me, so I can continue to have a conversation with some people that ain't conversating back. Yeah, I'm having a conversation with some people that ain't conversating back and stuff. But you got to do it though. You got to keep going live, and in due time, people will tune in and they will come leave a comment and you know. Let me share this to my social media. Tell them come talk to me. Okay, let me share this to IG real fast. Get some folks from my Instagram to come on over here and start doing some interaction. I might just need to take y'all up on the strip so y'all can see what's going on the strip down here and stuff. Let's do that. See, we don't have these in Georgia, y'all. We ain't got these little crazy little palm trees and ooh. We got them pecan trees. We ain't got these palm trees like that. I mean, I know that sky look beautiful. Whew. Well, finna count my little blessings, y'all. I enjoyed the night, man. I didn't get too much interaction, you know. I got some views up on here and everything. Got a few little views. Um, I got to do better. So maybe next time I go live, I will have more to talk about. You know, I just wanted to do it because I'm bored. I ain't got no work to do. Um, I don't want to get out here and start running the streets up down here because I got to make sure I be ready to get on that boat tomorrow. So I'm trying to be still, but I so much want to hop in my car and just ride the strip and see what they got going on down here. You know, find me a little club or a little spot where it's jumping. They got some motion going on and do what I do best with two guys in the camera. You know, go up inside them people establishment and let them know. You know, two guys in the camera here. We down here to make you famous. You know, we selling fame right about now. If you got the money, you can buy you some fame right about now. So that's what I'm focusing on. Yeah. While I'm down here, even though I got one client that I'm working with, I still want to be able to find me about 5 to 6 more clients and stuff. So I'm most definitely gonna be testing my hustle while I'm down here and stuff. But I don't think they ready though. To be honest, man, I don't think they ready for a guy like me. You know, especially not hustling that camera. You know, I'm just on a different level, like a different caliber type of person when it comes to hustling with that camera. You know, it's amazing. Like my last event I went to, um, true story, and it was just what, a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, 2 weekends ago. Um, they had ATL Hip Hop Day and stuff, and a lot of independent artists came up there and performed, and I just went out there just to really just to support independent artists. Let me say it like that. Really support independent artists because it wasn't easy for me to go out there because I had to stop making money. So that's why to me it felt like is you messing up, man. You stop hustling just so that you can go film some independent artists for free. But long story short, when I got down there, I slick forgot who I was. So I had to kind of kick into that mode, and I went into that mode and just started just working, making artists feel good, making them feel like a star. And long story short, I ran into one artist, and he told me he had a check for me. He said, "I know who you are. I got a check for you." So I'm thinking to myself, it's gonna be a little small check. You know, it ain't you know. It ain't gonna be no hundreds and stuff like that. You know, I'm just thinking to myself like, okay, well, you got some money for me. Okay, I'm gonna film your performance and but me, I go above the Call of Duty. So when he said that, I said, man, I just don't want to film your performance. I'm finna get you some B-roll shots so that you can edit the video and make it look nice. I'm gonna get some shots of you shaking some hands and meet some people, get some pictures of everything. We finna do it real big. All I know is that man sent me some hundreds. You know. Yeah, and I count my blessing because I probably didn't put in no more than about an hour worth of work. I don't even think it was an hour worth of work. As far as pertaining to him, you know, it probably wasn't the song. The performance probably wasn't no more than about 5 minutes, you know. And then as far as just the B-roll of me taking pictures of him shaking different people's hands and doing stuff like that, shit, that that probably couldn't have been no more than about 5 minutes worth of footage, you know. But I did it so well to the point where the man fell in love with me, so he gonna permanently hire me, and that's what I need. So, you know, when I say stuff like that, I had to double down and let folk understand that somewhere doing something for you and helping you out and you ain't got no money, I'm looking out for you because I easily can be somewhere else working with some people and making some easy money. You know, I'm a hustler. I got 1,001 ways I can make me some money and stuff, but what I'm known for is that grind media. I'm known for hustling to that camera, so it's an honor right now for me to be down here in Daytona. I'm finna go over here to the islands and I get to test my hustle with the camera. So it's an honor to me, you know. I'm finna, like I said, I'm finna really test my hustle and stuff. And I'm gonna let y'all know how well I did. You know, I'm gonna let y'all know how well I did. Yeah, I don't think they're ready for me though. I ain't gonna lie to you, but hey, man, I'm gonna have them on that cruise ship. I'm gonna have on that cruise ship turned up. Yeah, y'all gonna see the footage, man. I'm gonna have on that cruise ship turned up. And here how I know I'm gonna have them turned up because I bought my light down here. If I had no intention of turning the crowd up, I would have never bought my camera. I would never bought my lens. Let me stop. Yeah, I need it for the client, but yeah, let me stop. Yeah, I need it for the client and stuff. So I had to bring it. But I ain't had to take it I don't have to bring it out. I don't need to bring it out until I get to the client. So I'm gonna bring this out just on the regular riding around on the cruise, like nights where I'm not even working, but you know, because it's a 3-day cruise situation. Um, it's gonna be a few nights where I'm not working, and so I'm gonna bring that camera out. I'm gonna test my hustle. Yeah, I'm finna make them thousands that I done spent back. I'm finna make that. And I ain't even got to touch what I'm getting paid to come down there to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got to touch that. So, you know, the little bit of miscellaneous money that I'm spending on the hotel that's coming out my pocket and, you know, just the food expense, you know, I'm gonna end up making that little bit back and stuff and count my blessings. Oh man, been on live for about 40 minutes now. Oh shit, 40 minutes went by fast. Hell, I ain't gonna lie to you though. Shit, I'm really slick fighting to sleep. So I'm surprised I ain't really just started yawning and really just started rambling and put my head down like this and just go to sleep. How y'all just watch me as I sleep. Yeah, just watch me as I sleep and just nod off. I'm gonna get some views though. People gonna tap in and see what's going on. See me snoring and see me over here knocked out sleeping. Yeah. I know I ain't gonna be on here too much long anyway because I ain't got number 10% battery, 10% life. I ain't gonna talk y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I done did my little time today. Maybe I get a little bit better. Do the same thing tomorrow and the next day. If I can get 41 minutes in every day, I'll be a happy person. Yep, if I get 41 minutes in every day, I will be a happy person. So, with that being said, this is Grinding with signing out. Hey, and don't forget, like, share, and